What's up, guys? A question brought to us by Jordan Hawley. He said, Elisha, hey man, can you do a video on the mornings? I find myself lying in bed feeling like shit. Takes me a while to get out and I'm tired throughout the day. I think due to the habit of mind things. I've been there, bro. I've been laying in bed depressed, wondering about my day, chained to my fucking bed, feel like this depression is a part of me, and I found my way out. So I'm gonna help you guys. And let's just look at really what life is all about, dude. Life is about thriving. It's flourishing. It's about growing. Okay, we want to be prolific in our life. It's hard to be prolific. It really is. And a lot of times we think that wealth is the answer. We think that if we had all the money, then we would be happier. See, but that's not the case. If we look at really affluent societies, let's look at like Western Europeans or even the Arabs. There's this guy I was reading on a blog. His name is Piero Scarifi, and he said that he traveled the world and he would notice in the cafes, the Arabs, they would just be sitting there with a crooked look on their face, just depressed, talking to each other about sports and whatever. He said he went to France, and the French seemed to just be awaiting their death. I don't know if any of you guys are French, but Jesus Christ, man, you would think that these guys that have money and a good life and their healthcare is, they got a good healthcare system and whatnot, like everything's going good, job security, they would be happier. Why? That's not the case. He said the poorest countries are the people with the smiles, sharing the laughter. And as we look at our own lives, it's like, look, man, I believe that finding a place between this chaos, the unknown, the uncertainty, and being really poor. Okay, you don't want to be all the way over there, but you also don't want to be all the way on the side of mass amounts of wealth and no direction, no higher goals. There's some like happy medium in here, and you can have the wealth here, but you also want the striving factor, the reaching for more, to grow more. Guys, it's all about thriving. And see, when you're stuck in bed in the morning, it's like you feel so uncertain. So we begin to bring certainty in our lives. Let's go just back a little bit more. I want to talk about what wealth does. Think about when a person wins the lottery. We've seen documentaries where these people get this mass amount of wealth. They take it with them. They get a bigger garage. They get more cars. And then they come back down after a couple years or so. They blew all the money. Their emotional state that they take with them doesn't change because they brought all the same habits. They brought the same mindset. Sort of like if you were fat before and you lost a bunch of weight, you sort of bring that body dysmorphia to your now ripped body. And you think about so just something material doesn't change the way that you think about yourself. You actually got to go in and you got to learn, you got to discover, you have to thrive. Even people when they retire, guys, you give someone who's worked 50 plus years of their life, they've struggled, they've worked for something hard, and now comes time to retire, right? They flounder. Why? What do after a couple of weeks? You can only go on a yacht for so long or drink yourself fucking every day for, a nice little martini. That gets old. A lot of us like this grind or this journey. And we say that we want, to take these vacations, but really that shit gets boring. Life is not meant to be lived in a state of perfect peace, perfect getting whatever you fucking want, always being comfortable, because we're not made for that. We're meant for intense stress, to handle these stressors, vigorous environments, very tough living, right? So as a man, it's a place like right in the middle, that happy medium, that you find yourself alive. You come alive. And that's why we go on the monk mode and we practice the meditation and the heavy workouts and the good nutrition and the no fap and no porn, because we also want to make sure that we're getting our bodies healthy and our minds right. So for you laying in bed in the morning, a couple tips, man. We already talked about the 5-second rule. As soon as your brain tells you, why even get up? Boom! Let it click in you. Let your mind fire an alarm. 5, 4, 3, and then act. Take so much action that it shuts off the thinking mind. Okay, there's no other way to go about it. Because if you let yourself think around it, you're just going to shackle yourself to the bed. There'll be chains around you. You'll stay there for another hour. And you won't even be sleeping. You'll just stay there thinking. So it is whenever you catch yourself thinking way too much, you have to move. It's the only answer. You can look at it when we go to the gym. When you go to the gym, it's like Vikings and shit could be raiding your house. You could have in your mind, right? It seems like that. It seems like the world's going to shit. The apocalypse is here. But really, you only got a couple bills paid. Then you go to the gym and you're like, fuck it, right? I just had a fucking awesome workout. I'm sweating. I got all these endorphins in my head. Now you feel great. It's through action that we overcome the thinking mind. So next, dude, it's just like planning, having something that you put in front of you, because we don't want to be too much in a state of uncertainty. And when you give yourself a goal that you can hit, now you're on a mission. You're a man on a path. You have something to look forward to. Okay? Maybe it's eating. Maybe for me, you know, I have a routine. My habits have now, I don't even have to plan it. It's so good to plan. But I've made it a routine. Like I get up and I know that I'm going to get up and I'm going to do my push-ups. And then I'm going to set my coffee and then I'm going to meditate. And I don't always do this. And when I don't do it, what happens is I get like, what the fuck am I doing? What have I even gotten up for in the first place? So by providing yourself with a mission, now you're goal orientated, right? And you have something to go for. It's all about striving. We don't want to be too far over here, too far over here. That's not the good life. Good life's right here, bros. Keep striving, keep thriving. Let's flourish. Hope you guys stay strong. And I will see you guys soon. Peace.